So, this video is a bit of a celebration. As many of my friends and any subscribers who tuned in yesterday for my Perfect Dark stream already know, I have a video called Even Spiders Hate Spiders that just yesterday passed 1 million views on my YouTube channel. And that's pretty exciting news. This thing went viral years ago. It's been posted on other websites before without my consent, so it's probably been viewed well over 1 million times, but it's nice to cross 1 million on my original channel. That's exciting for me. I thought it would be a lot of fun to go back over the history of this video, how I made it, why I made it, how it almost didn't happen. To do that, we need to rewind to about 2013. So I've been posting on YouTube since 2006. And between 2006 and 2009, I was posting very regularly, and I got a lot of traffic in those years, including other videos, one other video at least, that rivals Even Spiders Hate Spiders in the amount of views that it's gotten. In 2009, late in the year at that point, I kind of went on an unintentional hiatus. And so between 2009 and somewhere in 2013, it's not that I wasn't posting, but it's that I wasn't posting like high effort content. I wasn't posting the kinds of things that I really consider to be like my specialty, the things that I like showing off. And that's just how it was for a few years. In 2013, I was trying to get my channel back on track, and in 2014, I was posting pretty regularly. Comedy videos, stuff like that. And in September of that year, I got an idea for a video called You Who. Anyone who knows me personally can attest to I kind of have a fondness for really strange humor and presentation, and also a knack for just badly structured jokes. And those two things put together, that's just like my bread and butter. That's what I love. And I got an idea for a video called You Who. I originally just titled it Knock Knock because it's basically just a knock knock joke, but dramatized and made really strange for no reason at all. I recorded the footage for this video for You Who on September 18th, 2014. And there's a part in that video where there's a montage while one character starts delivering this ominous, threatening bit of dialogue. And while he's delivering this, I have this montage of just like all this strange footage. I have thunder or lightning. I have my face kind of phasing in and out of itself. I have like some creepy tree branches. When I was editing the video, I realized I needed a bit more variety in the footage because I only had a few things to clip between, and the bit of dialogue was actually longer than I had guessed relative to the amount of footage that I could use before feeling like I was bored of looking at the same clips. So, in the absence of any prepared creepy footage that I had, I remembered, hey, there are spiders that often build webs on the banister right outside the back door to my house. So I went outside, and sure enough, I found a spider in a web, and it looked like it was starting to cocoon a dead bee. So I followed this spider with my camera for a bit, and the spider was really only about the size of a dime. It's like a tiny little thing. But I zoomed in really close. It was a Sony Handycam. It was on a tripod, but it was hard to steady because I had to move it, and it was also a little windy, a little cold, so like I was shivering as well because it was September. I followed this spider for a little bit and took a couple clips of it. It cocooned the dead bee, and then I recorded it again as it moved further away on the web, and then kind of stopped moving, and it looked like there was another little spider kind of crawling on the web. And the big spider, after a minute, moved real suddenly after I was, focusing on it up close. And after it moved, I just I hit the stop button on record, and I just thought, you know what, okay, that's enough. I have enough footage. I went back in, I used the spider footage with it on the dead bee. I used that in the You Who video. I posted the You Who video on September 22nd. So 4 days after recording the footage, because, I don't know, I guess I had to work. It took a few days to edit, kind of, spit shine it, get it all good. I posted it, and that video did okay. It's got maybe like 1,000 views at this point. I don't really remember. Not terrible performance for like a minute, 2-minute comedy sketch with no real point. I'm still proud of it. I think it's a funny video. It's really emblematic of my style. Even still, even so many years later, it's the kind of thing that I would make today, probably. And then a few days later, because at this point storage was a concern for me because I didn't have a big USB storage device yet. So everything was on my laptop's hard drive. So I was going through footage, trying to decide what to keep, what to throw away. I had used some stock footage in that video already, but it was like, I didn't know if the spider footage that I took had another use, and I was about to delete that footage, and then I watched it again. And I realized that the big spider moved when the little spider got near it, and what I hadn't seen when I initially recorded it, because the viewfinder for my camera was small, what I didn't realize at the time was that the big spider had actually kicked the little one clean off the web. And when I watched that footage, I started fucking laughing. I didn't expect to see that, and I immediately drew the connection in my head, just like, wow, okay, so spiders hate spiders too. Or at least, you know, I've had people point out to me that probably the little one bit the big one's leg, and that's why it got kicked off. But like the connection I drew in my head at the time was just like, people don't like spiders generally, so apparently spiders don't either. And so I recorded on September 25th, so 3 days after posting Yoo-Hoo, I recorded the voiceover for Even Spiders Hate Spiders, because I decided, you know what, I can actually use this footage and get another video out of this, even if it's just like a little throwaway something. In my mind, Yoo-Hoo was still the big video of the things that I was working on that week, I suppose. I recorded the voiceover, which was actually, I recorded it on my camera, and the voiceover that you hear in the video is actually a combination of 2 different takes, which I'm gonna play for you right now. The spider! Kill it off! Kill it! Oh god! Spider! Get off! Kill it! Oh my god! Ah! Fuck! There were qualities in both takes that I liked. One take began better than the other, one take ended better than the other. And so I just kind of like... There's a point in both takes where I just start like, you know, jumbling my words together, so that's where I cut it together, because you wouldn't be able to tell anymore. It's just like senseless freaking out. The spider! Get it off! Ah! Fuck! So that was September 25th. I posted the video September 26th, 2014. 26th. 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 Posted Even Spiders Hate Spiders on YouTube. And for the next couple of days, it got, in the grand scheme of things, like, no views. I don't remember exactly how many, but, like, it was nothing. It was very, very little going on. I think I showed a friend of mine on Facebook. I, like, commented on it. I used it as, like, a reaction to something that they said. They thought it was hilarious, and that's what made me think, like, okay, well, maybe this has some kind of sharing potential to it. 2 days after having posted it to YouTube, I posted it to Reddit in the Animals Being Jerks subreddit, titled Even Spiders Hate Spiders, and then NSFW, because of course there's an F-bomb in it because I say the word fuck. It got 518 karma, and my views just started spiking. Like, I remember watching the real-time views and thinking, like, oh, well, that's pretty fucking cool. And I went to bed. And the next day, I remember I was working a double at the restaurant that I work at, but, like, periodically I would sneak a look at my phone to try to see, like, how this thing was doing, and because I'm trying to remember, I think real-time views were a thing at that point. At least I feel like they were. I really hope I'm not inaccurate here, because that'll make me feel insane. But I distinctly remember looking back and seeing, like, thousands of views per hour. And I was just like, what the hell is going on? I found out later that the video had been cross-posted to the YouTube Haiku subreddit. It was cross-posted by Manifesto to YouTube Haiku, where it got 3,665 karma. That's the point at which this video really went viral, is the point at which my link to one subreddit got cross-posted to another. Because after that, this video has been cross-posted to several other subreddits. Like, I remember it got something like 30, 40, 50,000 views in a day. Like, something within that range. And has remained a consistent sort of traffic bringer on my channel ever since. It's been what helps drive recommendations for my videos to come up, because people will see that video just, like, out and about, from it being shared or it being in, like, meme playlists and stuff like that. And then, you know, my other videos get recommended in their feed as a result. But then also that video still will periodically see, like, massive occasional spikes in traffic, usually from Reddit, actually, because it's a good fit for a bunch of different subreddits despite the language. I looked when I was getting this video ready together, so the post by Manifesto is probably the single highest karma individual post for that video on Reddit, but adding up all of the Reddit karma that every single post for my YouTube link has gotten, as far as I can tell, comes up to a total Reddit karma of 7,202 karma. It's funny because, like, as of right now, it has more views than any individual video on my channel. And yet, I was this fucking close to deleting it 6 years ago. It almost didn't happen. I couldn't have predicted the success of the video, and also, it was just a combination of being lucky with the footage that I caught. I went out there and I recorded something, and I ended up getting that and something else. Like, I didn't expect that I would record something funny when I went out trying to record something creepy. And then adding the voiceover sort of humanized it, made it relatable, and made the video actually mean something a little bit more than here's a spider kicking a spider. It ended up becoming a joke on arachnophobia itself. And that is the story behind the video that just crossed 1 million views and is, to date, the highest viewed video on my channel. Anybody who's watching who has seen that video before, thank you for watching that video, because you're watching it as a part of why I made this video, and that video was also hugely encouraging. The success of the spider video was hugely encouraging to me, because it's helped me want to stay on YouTube. At the time, I was really struggling for views, struggling to get something out of the platform, and that video was a breakthrough at a time when I really needed it. Since then, a lot of my life has been impacted by things I've done on YouTube. I met my girlfriend through YouTube. I've made so many friends through YouTube. I am streaming all the time right now on YouTube, and I'm making new friends on the platform all the time. YouTube has been pretty good to me, and I really hope that I've been good to the people on the platform here with me. The motto of the site used to be broadcast yourself. I think it might still be. I honestly don't know. I haven't checked. This was a case where, yeah, I broadcasted myself. I mean, I broadcasted a spider, but I broadcasted my spin on the thing. And, people out there responded to it. in a way that I didn't expect, couldn't have anticipated, and almost didn't happen. And that's really cool to me. It makes me think that, like, anybody with something to say can be heard, even if it's just a joke. And even a joke, in the hearing of it and in the telling of it, can change your life in unexpected and surprising ways. Hope you enjoyed this video. I enjoyed making it, walking down memory lane and yammering along through it. I don't really have any advice on how people can make videos of their own pass 1 million, because, like, this one was a happy accident. Or at least it was a happy half accident, because there were parts of it that were intentional, but spinning my wheels.
And now I would like to take this moment to thank the following patrons for their support on Patreon. Andy Filicati.
Hey, so I have a Patreon! Go to patreon.com/WookieFragger if you want to support this channel and help it do well. If you don't want to be a monthly supporter but still want to help out this channel, you can also help support this channel at ko-fi.com, ko-fi.com/WookieFragger, where you can make a one-time donation to the channel just to support it. Think of it like a tip jar, or like a Subway musician leaving open their guitar case. If I ever start busking, I would probably take, like, my keyboard case. Kind of the online equivalent of that. And of course, liking, subscribing always helps this channel out. And I do have merch at WookieFragger.com. As yet, I don't have any merch related to the spider. Just kind of haven't thought about it. Blah, 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 shameless plug. But that was the YouTube-y part of this whole thing. The YouTuber-y part of this whole thing. I mean, the plugging and the rambling and the things with the... it's really the wrong year to make Bill Cosby jokes, isn't it?